finished. game name is Mikasa. I'm from newblood Esport from Thailand. I play hard support 5. Our team intention is to go to the Galaxy Battle, and yeah, ultimately is to win this tournament. Probably next gen. They look really strong. Yeah, I just want to play against them. This international probably Mineski. Yeah, just their play style is really good, and they have the best off lane in the world. In the beginning in Thailand, there's not that much player to play with, but yeah, me and the captain, we play together quite a bit, and this tournament he just asked me to come play for him. So and the rest of the team are already together, but yeah, I'm just a stand-in. So our carry we have Moru. He played in Dota 1. He played quite a lot, and he's quite well known. So his experience can help us quite a lot in the game. And we have Ta as a mid laner. He was like the god of mid laner back in Dota 1 also. So yeah, his experience also helped us a lot. And off laner we have Fearless. He's 7k MMR, and so he play a lot of solo MMR. Yeah. So he see quite a lot of stuff that happen in the game, and he can guide us through. And we have Leonax as a support 4. He play a lot with Moru, so he can ask Moru whether what he can do, and then like a duo. So it's easier for us to play as a support because they know what the carry is doing. Yeah. We're trying our best to get into the minor and major, yeah, and to show the C region that we are not some small teams. So that's our goal.
Welcome back. Test. Hello. Welcome back. Okay. Welcome back to New Blood Championship 2017 main event. So
I'm Milokuma and my partner Gary.
We just witnessed the first match between PG Barracks versus Genesis, which win
2.0
score 2-0 to PG Barracks, and now Genesis has to end their journey, and PG Barracks will continue on the next day to the semi-finals.
So next game we have a Neolution versus Hybrid match.
Welcome on stage, Neolution Esports
from Thailand. Introducing Hybrid from Philippines. Okay, it's our team.
Yeah, for the second match for today, we have Neolution Esports versus Hybrid.
Yeah, so I will let you guys know, today event is organized by Fallout Gaming and Purpose Win, and also our media partner are
EGG Network, GoToGamers.net, and iFlix.
And also Beyond the Summit. And also our sponsors are
Yamisoft, the first gamer platform for gamers in Indonesia, High Grounds Cafe, and
The Expressor. So if you guys want to try the new flavor of kind of drink, you guys can go to High Grounds Cafe to taste it.
Yeah, and
also Yamisoft have
yeah,
giveaway.
So for those of you still at home, buat kamu semua yang masih di rumah, you have to come here and go to the booth because they have giveaway. Yamisoft giveaway of micro plush from TI7.
And it's come from US.
The real Valve store. And
Only
also
need selfie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, limited edition. And also the New Blood Championship have the official merchandise that very cool, and also the very comfortable jerseys that you can get
and
only
I wear it already,
here.
but maybe I will change it later.
You're gonna look great on that. So without further ado, we're gonna pass on to the casters, Godz and Winter, and enjoy the match.
Thank you, lovely hosts, and hello, Indonesia. We're here live in Jakarta. Thank you. I'm Godz, joined by Winter. Winter, how are you doing this fine morning? Ready for some fantastic SEA Dota?
I'm good, I'm good. Just had lunch with you.
Yeah.
Good chicken rice.
It's a good morning. Yeah, I feel like I'm already immersing myself in the culture. It's been great to come, experience a new country. My first time in Indonesia. Everyone's been very welcoming. And we've already seen some great Dota with that first best of 3. So hoping for some more here. We've got a Thailand team, Neolution Esports, taking on a Filipino team in Hybrid. What are you kind of looking for? Do you know some of these players, these teams? You're kind of the SEA Dota man. You're the man on the ground, Winter. Give me the inside scoop for what we're in store for here.
Well, I know them from pubs. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
If you're asking me from my experience playing pubs with them,
sure.
Not so great all the time.
Okay, as is the SEA pub story. But the really cool thing is that this tournament highlights some of the best of the amateur scene. So we're seeing new faces. They're getting to compete on the main stage and be treated like the professionals. They're playing in booths. They're playing in front of a live audience. And definitely putting a bit more pressure on these players who are maybe used to playing from home or in their local LAN cafes. So here we'll take a look at the Neolution Esports team from Thailand. This organization's had a Dota team for some time. It's going to change players. Jabs was actually on one of the old Neolution Esports teams a long while back before he joined Myth Trust. So there's a lot of history with Thailand and Dota, although they haven't really been as much on the radar internationally for the last few years.
Ta is a Dota 1 player. I don't know if you actually remembered him when you were casting.
Which player was that?
Ta, T-H-A.
Oh, yes. He was on Myth Trust, right?
Yeah, he was on Myth Trust, Neolution, Dota 1.
Yep.
Like back in the GST days. He played a lot.
Yep.
And then he went to Army and he disappeared for a few years.
So some old school plays. Here we have the young Filipino squad, 19, 21. A lot of youth in this team, as we'll see them taking on the Thailand team. 3 teams representing Philippines. It is a bit of a Dota powerhouse. Not to say they can't be stopped. We've seen some great showings earlier as well. But yeah, that really to me is the thing that stands up most with this team, is just the age. They're all so young, definitely very inexperienced, but a lot of strong individual talent.
Yeah, everyone has to start somewhere, you know, Parker.
Yeah, there's always that first event. You had your first event, and, you know, I didn't think you had a future, but apparently you're still casting 5 years later, so.
Thanks, buddy.
Proving that anyone can do it. But yeah, we're going to have some player profiles a bit later on as well, so you guys can get to know some of these teams as well as us. We're kind of learning about the teams, the scene as these are some of these upcoming teams. We're looking out for the next big star That's why Winter's here. He's scoping people out, trying to form a new team. He's like, yeah, I'll find some new talent for myself. But it looks like we will be getting things underway fairly soon. This is kind of one of, like, we're wrapping up the old patch. Are you ready for that new patch to come along? Or do you feel like there's still a lot to be explored here? We are seeing some of the same meta picks for the most part.
I still want to play some Veno, Necro.
Okay, so you're happy with those? Get your Venos, Necros, and Liches and all that in.
It's a fun patch, you know. There's still a lot of things that can be played, despite being on the same patch for like, what, 5 months so far.
And there's been periods of time where a patch lasted much longer, like over a year. Maybe there were small little balance updates, but people are like, no, we don't want a balance update. We want a totally new patch. But yeah, we've even seen since TI a big change. All these picks people are complaining about now weren't picked and played that much at TI itself. So
yeah, people get better at dealing with certain heroes like Necro. It's not being picked so much. People are getting used to the hero. You play better against the hero. You know what to pick and how to itemize around your heroes. I mean, he's still definitely really good in the meta, but not in every game. You have to pick him in the right situation and the right game.
Yeah. Well, here we go. We're trying to load in as we speak. Do you think there's, for these players, when they're young, they're being brought out to Indonesia, they're probably their first time overseas, do you think they feel a lot of that pressure? Are they nervous, or is this
it's a LAN event. You always get nerves when you're new.
And you're casting them Winter, you know, they're like, oh man, if I mess up, Winter's going to flame me.
Forehead.
You can't have that, but yeah, so we did see them there. The bit more experience on the Thailand team, perhaps, at least with some of their players. You mentioned some of them kind of old school Dota 1 players, so maybe a bit less nerves, but even so, it's kind of a new tournament opportunity for them. Even the experienced veterans, this is kind of like a new chance to prove and show themselves.
Yeah, time to have some fun, you know. They do have the boost. I'm not sure if it's actually soundproof or what, but it definitely helps like the newer players that you actually have a room to play in, and you don't get distracted so much by the audience or whatever that's happening outside.
Okay. Yeah, apparently, soundproof booths built just for this event. They were up late into the wee hours of last night, making it all happen, getting things ready to go. As we are just about ready to go with our game here. Just waiting for a couple players to restart and join up, and we should be good to get our second BO3 of the day. We've got 3 best of 3s in total, 1 more after this, and 3 days of action. So if you're in Jakarta, if you're nearby, come on down, especially over the weekend. There's going to be so much great Dota. We've got semi-finals tomorrow, grand finals on Sunday. A lot of great, exciting games to be had, as Winter will surely attest to. You're nodding, so I'll take that as a yes. You agree. That's your job as co-caster. You agree with everything I say.
Not everything you say.
Not everything.
Sometimes you say stuff that no one wants to agree with, but I don't have a choice. I have to just say okay so that you don't look bad.
Yeah. Well, in good news for myself is newblood Champions is doing a talent search. What this means is I don't have to cast with Winter after this event. I'm going to have new talent to cast with. No, in all seriousness, we've started with an open search to find the next big Dota 2 casting talent for Southeast Asia. There were 3 top finalists brought out here to Jakarta who will be casting on the main stage throughout the next couple of days, and there will be a winner at the end of it. So there is kind of an ongoing competition as well, which means you won't just be stuck with me in Winter. So you guys can be thankful for that. But that's going to be going on. You guys will, I think, see the first of those 3 attendants in the next best of 3 casting with Winter, and then throughout tomorrow as well. But we've got ourselves a game. It is time now for Neolution Esport versus Hybrid, our second best of 3 of today. As you can see, the initial, well, no initial bans yet, but we are in the draft itself. Hopefully the teams are awake and around, and there we go. We will have those bans coming out. Winter, what's kind of the mindset here? Going into your first game, do you just want to ban out the safe things, pick your safe strats, or do you want to try something crazy in your first game?
Yeah, probably. I think with these 2 teams, it's pretty hard to prepare. Like in this kind of situation, for your opponents, you're probably just going to pick what you're really comfortable with and just ban out the heroes that you really don't want to go up against. And you know, Hybrid, they are actually kind of playing with stand-ins. This guy, the guy drafting here, BDZ, he's actually from another team, from PH. And you mentioned that this team has a relatively young average age among all their players. So probably a good thing for them to have someone else like doing the captain's role.
Someone a bit more experienced. Well, They're going to go with the first pick, Puck. Slippery little hero that they...
That's a Pinoy hero.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. It's a classic. They love that elusive little fairy dragon. Definitely some of the most memorable Puck moments for me coming from players of that region. I think Gabby's Puck, last time I was in Southeast Asia, Atlanta, I want to say, was definitely one of the highlights for me. So we'll see what Neolution Esports look to do. Not necessarily a hero you have to respond to. I think at this point, starting your draft, you're looking just to build out your own strategies, make sure you have something that's going to be a solid foundation to work upon for
pretty much your first pick right now is either you pick like some OP hero, some really strong hero, or you just pick like a hero that can go to every lane and you want to receive information from your enemy's next 2 picks before you decide what you want to go for.
Yep.
Like generally you see all these like multi-role heroes, Earthshaker, Puck, Earth Spirit. I mean, Earth Spirit is not a multi-role hero, but he's a hero that does everything.
Yeah, he's not like OP, but he fits your in most drafts, you know.
Some people might say he's a little bit still too much, but he's relatively balanced right now, in my opinion. They go for Nature's Prophet, which is also a very solid like first phase hero, like good in the lane, good in multiple lanes as well. Like you can go safe lane, you can go mid. You don't see so much mid prophets nowadays anymore, but the hero can definitely go mid in certain specific scenarios.
Yep. Very much a lane dominator as well, something where we've often seen SEA teams lean towards, let's win the early game, win and pressure the lanes. There's less of a tendency to pick up these greedier lineups that go heavily into the late game.
Yep, they go for the Shaker, which is a common pickup against Puck. You want a hero that can lock down the Puck, because Puck is very slippery. Like 2 of the best supports to do that, Earthshaker and Earth Spirit. Very common against the hero.
Yep.
But with the Prophet, sometimes people tend to actually go for more aggression. Like Earthshaker is much more like a defensive hero. Like Prophet, you see people tag Prophet with like a Stalker or a Spirit Breaker. I mean, not Stalker's banned here, but you get the idea that Prophet is a very aggressive hero. But Earthshaker is a defensive hero, so maybe those 2 don't have a very good synergy together in the early game, but definitely later in the mid game, you'll be working well if you can actually get the early blink on the Shaker.
This also means the Shaker is almost certainly a support, you'd say, since they have the Prophet for the offlane.
Unless they do like a carry Prophet or like a mid Prophet, which is not so common, but possible.
Well, we saw the Meepo as one of the signature heroes for Hybrid. It has been banned out.
Yeah, I mean,
no Meepo for you.
In tournaments like this, like you don't have much tape on the enemy, information, replays, and they're playing with a stand-in. Probably ban like a lot of the cheese heroes that you're worried about. Brood, Meepo, Huskar.
Yep. 5 seconds remaining.
Well, Earth Spirit Puck. You mentioned the Earth Spirit, a very common opener, and that's exactly what they go for.
Very solid opening. Puck, Earth Spirit. You have team fight, you have catch, you have wave clear. You're pretty okay in the lanes because Puck is a strong laner. Earth Spirit is not a strong laner, but Puck is a strong laner. So I think it's pretty open-ended here for Hybrid. I mean, same goes for Neolution. Their Prophet Earthshaker opening is also quite open-ended. Yeah. Hybrid, they ban out the Shadow Shaman, so they're worried about a push coming in from Neolution with the Nature's Prophet. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's a hero that wants to pressure and can push quite well alone, but hey, the more push you get, the more that you add to that, the harder it is to defend. You can clear out the Treants using your AoE spells, you can't clear out the Serpent Wards.
So Brood has been taken out again, so you can see a very clear idea by Neolution here. They really don't want to get cheesed by anything like weird. They take out like the Meepo, the Brood, and whereas for Hybrid, they take out the pushers, Shaman and Viper. Viper, there's another reason why they took out Viper, because of the matchup. Puck does not want to fight against Viper in the lane, because you can't do anything at all.
Even at later stages, your kill potential is very low with how tanky Viper is. Oracle gets picked up for Neolution.
Oracle leads to think whether Huskar is coming.
I mean, they were banning out the cheese, but are they planning on picking the cheese for themselves, Winter?
I mean, it's pretty solid against the Puck because of all the magic bursts. Fate's Edict does allow you to negate that.
Yeah. If not Oracle, it could be something more standard and vanilla, like a Death Prophet, something that wants to have that save behind.
Yeah, kind of expecting something like that. Death Prophet, or even a Terrorblade. Terrorblade Oracle is quite strong as well. So they go for the Spirit Breaker, so it'll be like a double roam right now for Hybrid. A Spirit plus Spirit Breaker. Okay, yeah, there we go. Thanks, Neolution Esports with their cheese coming in.
First game of the day, they say, yeah, we'll go for cheese. There is a lot of room to counter this because Hybrid have 2 core heroes left. They can pick a carry that matches up well against Husker. They could even put Puck off lane if they want a different mid.
But the thing is, like, they have like a setup which is not so flexible because of the double roamers. You pick Spirit, Spirit Breaker, you pretty much want to pick heroes that are strong in the lane, that can sit in the lane alone. You don't want to be babysitting that particular hero too much.
And not many heroes consider lone versus Husker Oracle lane, I imagine.
They probably have to... actually, they might be able to put the Puck off lane and do like some Spirit Breaker, Puck, aggro. Or Spirit can be like free roam anywhere that he wants. That lane, I think that lane is good enough against Husker. They can actually kill the Husker.
So they probably want some hero that can just 1v1 the Nature's Prophet, okay?
Which is quite a tall task. Yeah, quite a tall task.
I mean, there's
like Timbersaw. Timbersaw can be okay.
Yeah.
It's a dual roam, and Timbersaw is decent against Husker. I wouldn't say it's like a perfect counter. You have pure damage, and you have Whirling Death, which is really good against Husker. But it depends on the game. If the Timber is not having a good game, then he doesn't really counter Husker. Husker can kill Timber because Husker has a lot of magic damage with the Fire Spear. So if Timber's not having a good game, then Husker can definitely kill him easily.
All right, well, we'll see what Hybrid have in mind because they have been stumped by this Husker pick, using a lot of their reserve time to try and figure out.
They can't really pick AA, so, I mean, if they pick AA, it's going to be like some dandy mid AA.
Yeah, why not?
Not the biggest fan of it, to be frank.
That's true. And they will go for Clink, so physical damage.
Yeah, but Oracle's quite okay against Clinks because of the disarm, but I mean, nevertheless, Clinks is quite good against Husker. Yeah. But in the lane, I'm not sure that if he does well against Prophet though.
I would say does not.
Yeah, I think he's going to need the Earth Spirit to stay at the bottom lane.
Neither Earth Spirit nor the Clink deals well with the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if Earth Spirit can get like a single, like a pull off, get level 2, maybe roll on the Prophet once or twice.
Yep.
But still, I think the lane is still going to be quite hard.
The other possibility is you send someone like Clinks to the mid lane, since matchup-wise he can do okay in a fair few matchups.
Yeah.
But it's mostly just because the safe lane is tricky. Like that Nature's Prophet matchup, like I would give Nature's Prophet a pretty decent edge, unless Clinks is getting a lot of help.
Yeah, I guess so. They took out the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker is actually a very good ban, because Bloodseeker can lane against Nature's Prophet.
Yes.
You have the constant regen from last hitting Histrions and whatnot, and you're pretty good against Husker because you have the pure damage. The Blood Rite is pure damage, Rupture is pure damage, so it's really good against Husker.
Bloodseeker with the Earth Spirit kick is pretty devastating as well.
Yeah, we've seen that opening so many times during recent events, Earth Spirit, Bloodseeker.
Hugnaban into a Weaver pick. Okay, so they're going for a lot of physical damage, very single target, but you got to look at this lineup and feel like, I mean, it's not very good. It's not the best team fight.
They have some team fight with Puck and Earth Spirit. Spirit Breaker, Clinks, and Weaver definitely is more like single target focus, but
that's what you need against Husker maybe, where he's the one hero that you've got to deal with. So they
have good lanes though, Parker. If you look at their lanes right now, I mean, Weaver, Clinks, they're both pretty solid in the lanes. They can still swap around their lanes if they want like a mid Clinks off lane Puck.
What do you make of this last pick, Tinker?
It's okay. It's quite solid. But they do have like a Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker is quite good against Tinker. Same for Puck, those heroes, because they can catch him in when he's hiding in the trees. Pretty much the idea is like they want to snowball Husker. They go to one lane, they push, and Tinker is going to be like sitting behind, throwing his march. They're going to be sieging the tower with the Prophet Treants and the Husker in front.
It's not like two heroes, like Tinker with Husker, these are not two heroes you often see like picked up together.
You definitely see like maybe like a push, more like a pushing hero, like a DP, something along those lines, or even like a Dragon Knight. But the Tinker is like to facilitate the push in a different way. You know, you set up all those bunch of machines, and you have sort of more late game insurance if it goes down like 50 minutes.
That's kind of how I see it. Where it's like if the Husker doesn't work, you've got a Tinker. Similarly, if the Tinker gets ganked a bunch in the early game, your Husker's farming. But
it's C Dota. Everyone wants better late game because everyone wants to farm. You know, that's why you often see teams.
You say that, but they still pick the strong laning heroes often.
Yeah, strong lanes into like secured late game is mostly what the teams here do. I wouldn't say it's effective all the time, but it's definitely something that the teams here like to do. Good lanes into good transition into mid to late game. They have like plan B.
Yeah.
If they don't end the game, because mistakes are very, very common in games like this. And you always want to have like more late game. So you make a mistake, you're like, okay, never mind, we can still drag the game and we have some sort of late game assurance.
All right, well, here we go. Our first game of this best of 3. It's going to be Neolution Esports from Thailand on the Radiant side. Mikasa playing the Oracle. We'll have Mora on the Husker, Lionex playing the Shaker, Tinker played by Tha, and the Fearless on the Nature's Prophet.
And on the Dire side, we have the team from Philippines, Hybrid Yaha playing the Puck, Eugene on the Weaver, BDZ on the Earth Spirit, the stand-in Sophia on the Clinks, and lastly we have Ronin on the Spirit Breaker.
Okay.
So it seems like it's going to be a mid-lane Puck, off-lane Weaver, I guess. Yeah, I guess Weaver's off-lane here. No, Weaver safe lane and what? Clinks. Oh, they're going to do an Ergo lane with Clinks. And they want Weaver, because Clinks doesn't do well against Prophet, like we talked about.
Yes.
So they are leaving the Weaver instead to go up against the Nature's Prophet 1v1.
Doesn't feel amazing for Weaver either, necessarily.
Yeah, but this ward here is very good by Neolution. They place high ground ward to scout the lanes, because they are worried about Ergo lane. Because whenever you draft Husker, you're kind of worried that you get pressured early game. So the ward on the cliff is really good at scouting that out. But it seems like Hybrid here, they're going to be able to secure 3 runes.
We'll see about this bottom one. Yeah, Hybrid's going to get it, and that is 3 runes. Charge going out on Prophet, but that was...
You don't want to charge into a Prophet right now, man.
The 4 Treants are there, ready to go, ready to help his buddy, and that kicks off our game as the triple rune will be nice, but it is still the lanes that Neolution Esports want. They've got Husker not up against a tri-lane. He is in the off lane against a Weaver, so potentially tough matchup with some support rotations.
Probably the support.
Roll in middle, wants that courier. Oh, he doesn't micro it exactly right. Will keep it alive. Puck could have gone for the dive, did not choose to do so. Had the orb right by the courier Winter.
Yeah, you would have done that, right? And,
oh, hell yeah.
And use yourself to get out.
Exactly. You take that tower shots, you pop the salve. That's a lot of money.
But Puck has like 1 base armor though, so he's like...
Yeah, he would have taken quite a bit from the
wasted
tower.
a lot of regen. I don't know if it's actually going to be worth it, but there we go. Another roll in here onto Tha.
Just harass here. No even follow-up coming in from the Puck. Does have the Orb of Venom there, but with just a level 1, now level 2 Puck, doesn't seem all too likely to get a kill here. He just seems to want to constantly harass this Tinker, limit his ability to farm and CS. Another roll going in under the tower. This time there will be a follow-up, and with the creep wave here, Tinker could be in some trouble here. Level 2 Silence coming in from Yaha will not get the kill. The salve up, as Yaha does not have phase shift, so he takes a lot of damage himself from the tower.
He's going to die. Yeah, the roll is coming out in 1 second.
Oh, he's going to hit the roll. He is back full HP with a laser, so I'm not so sure about that one, Winter. They are looking for it. This creep wave dying could be a problem.
Definitely going to roll in again.
Roll in. Oh, he hits it for the 3rd time in a row.
This Tinker's laning phase has been totally destroyed here.
Yep. There is a no mana for a silence here, going for the body block instead, and this will be our first blood as Earth Spirit picks up the last hit for the kill.
Very good play here by BDZ on the Earth Spirit here. Surprised to see no like backup here towards their mid lane from Neolution. Earthshaker had a TP though. Like when you see the creep wave coming in, like they had like a triple wave, like or double 2.5 waves going into the tower. That was, even if they don't kill the Tinker there, that was still a lot of damage done because of the XP he's losing. Fearless getting gone on here by Ronin.
He got the first hit bash as well. Now the roll from the Earth Spirit. They'll get another kill as Earth Spirit has been mid, now bottom, finding kills for his team. Yeah, I think you're definitely right. The Shaker could have been the hero to turn around that mid lane. I don't think he had mana for a TP and a fissure was the big problem.
But I think he had to go there from the start when the double wave was coming in to land a fissure there. Like it's a safe lane Prophet. They don't really need to help a safe lane Prophet. Like it's the same idea of having like a Weaver where they don't really help the Weaver right now. If you look at Hybrid, they're just letting the Weaver get solo XP. I mean, he's okay. He's not like free farming by any means, but he's a hero that is okay if you leave him alone. It's quite difficult for the enemy to kill him.
It does seem like they are worried about Fearless having a rough time against this aggro lane, which is why the Shaker's here, not so much to
but I'm not
help
sure
get kills, but just to keep them alive. Yeah, absolutely. There's always a trade-off. Instead, your Tinker's dying. Would you not rather? You're almost better off having Prophet die, but the Tinker get...
Yeah, you would always argue that the Tinker is more important than the Prophet here in this early game
we are seeing in terms of CS, the bottom lane's going very well. Klinks has 8 CS to Nature's Prophet's 15 CS with 8 denies. Another attempted to kill, though. There is 3 heroes down bottom. Earth Spirit, though, wasn't really on the same page. He's further back. Not going for a roll just yet. Klinks could be in some trouble. The roll in, not going to land. As BDZ could look for a boulder smash, but decides there is way too many treants here to deal with. I don't really think Hybrid can push further forward because of that.
Yep, they probably should try to kill the Tinker more and focus on pressuring. Because, like I said, Tinker is the focal point of their lineup right now. Even though
neither Klinks or Weaver is farming though. 9 CS on Klinks, 7 on Weaver. These 2 carries are really struggling for Hybrid, which is where maybe they feel like they need to send the supports to the side lanes.
I'm not so sure though, because if you compare farm, the importance of farm right now, I would think that if the Weaver and Klinks have bad farm and you trade it with like the Tinker and the Husker having bad farm as well, I think it's fine if you're Hybrid. Like Husker and Tinker need the farm more right now.
Yep.
Weaver and Klinks actually functions okay with less farm, but another roll in here.
Yep, I'll get that kill easily. The charge will not go over to the Prophet, instead hits a creep. Well, they may have been able to find that kill.
Yep, like I was saying, it's much more important for Neolution to get farm on the Husker. Those are heroes that, Husker and Tinker, those are heroes that you don't want to fall behind. Whereas like a Weaver and Klinks, with like 1 or 2 small items, you're still going to be able to fight relatively well.
Yep. Anytime Weaver comes in, he's getting harassed here, so very tough lane for him against the Husker.
They definitely need to come here, not because they want to help the Weaver, it's more important for them to try and shut down this Husker, kill him like once or twice before the Armlet comes online, because once that comes online, he's going to be quite problematic for them.
Yeah, for now he is free farming in this off lane, has the Helm of Iron Will already, so things looking potentially problematic.
Yeah, they're getting like quite good farm on all 3 lanes, so even though it's 3-0, another charge.
Yep, in bottom, the Fissure trying to help out Fearless, as it looks like that will be enough to keep him alive, and they're going to try and turn this one around. Fearless getting some more treants out, trying to surround Ronan, who does have a charge escape. In goes the Klinks. Sentry Ward is there. Fearless may just go for this kill. Klinks going to help look for this Nature's Prophet. One more right click. He's going to get the kill. Can he get out? Does not because of the Oracle. Gets 1 kill. Looking for a second. Should be able to get it. Double kill for Mikasa. Not too bad. Meanwhile, Tinker got killed by the Puck Dreamfoil, it looks like.
Yeah, with Earth Spirit rotation. So all in all, they fought in 2 lanes. They saw the supports TPing down bottom. So Hybrid went for the kill mid lane, and there's a big crit wave here coming in. They're going to set up for another kill, it seems, with the Spirit Breaker charging in as well.
Oh, the roll slightly off, but the charge should hit in here, but not sure they can go for this kill still. Yep. BDZ saw the line, just slightly misjudged it.
With the roll connecting, maybe they could have a good shot at killing him.
Puck needs to get this jaunt out, will do so. Has some bottle charges, but doesn't have a shrine to fall back on. As this is going to be Spirit Breaker, who could be forced to charge away here, and yeah, will do so.
Quite a difficult kill for them to get there from that angle, and only 2 supports around for Neolution. But Tinker is really struggling for the. Actually, he's not that struggling. He's not that behind.
Yes, yeah.
I'm looking at his score. Okay, he has 2 deaths, but then I look at the net. Well, he's okay.
When you see his items, it's like, oh, he's got boots now, but that's because his bottle's on the courier. He's doing all right here.
Yeah, despite having that rough start, he's actually doing all right. Puck is top of the net worth right now because of the Earth Spirit rotations earlier, but you know, all in all, Tinker is doing okay. The other 2 lanes is also doing okay for Neolution. And whereas for Hybrid, Klinks is okay, but Weaver is a bit far behind.
Charge in top. It looks like they finally are thinking about trying to deal with this Husker. Not sure they've got the damage for this one. They may try and turn this one around. He goes charging in. Husker with the ultimate will bring down the Spirit Breaker. The heals is not going to be enough. They get the 1 kill. Husker does go down.
Yep,
the trade is worth it for Hybrid for now. Fearless TPing in. Could pay for this with his life. Has a TP out. Not sure he's going to get a chance to do it. And it's going to be 2 kills going their way.
Yep, good rotations here by Hybrid. Like I mentioned earlier, that they have to somehow address the Husker. They can't really let him just get his armlet for free. So that was his first death. Still 8 minutes into the game. Maybe they could have inflicted more damage into the Husker's economy, but that's a good start. 1 kill now. Tinker's farming his. Does he have stacks though? That's the thing.
Doesn't look like he's got all too many here.
Yeah.
Has got 1,200 gold, so he's still on a pretty good track to get his boots of travel.
Yeah, but he doesn't have soaring. Like, usually at this stage you have the soaring in him, but because of the stacks that he doesn't have, I guess he feels like he's just gonna get an early bots and not gonna get a soaring.
Yep.
But soaring helps you farm faster.
Maybe the soaring after the bots, I guess, is instead.
Yeah, I guess it's okay since he doesn't have stacks here.
Yep.
But definitely deviating slightly from the usual build. So Klinks is actually getting still getting his basic items, not getting too much big items yet.
Yep.
Soaring, medallion.
Yeah. Medallion, maybe Desolator, etc. Typical stuff.
Weaver doesn't have anything because he's struggling.
We are seeing the Puck start pressuring this mid tier 1 tower, constantly pushing the creep wave into it.
He's going to get a fast Blink Dagger this game. Don't see this quite often anymore. Like most players, they prefer to actually have a Veil early so that you can actually go for the solo pickoffs. If you want to go for a Dagger, it's signaling that you're going to play around your team more. You're going to like try to rotate.
We'll see how he does with this. Tinker now with at least the 1 stack is trying to farm up.
He has his bots, right, after this?
Yeah, this should be enough for it, and that is good news. He wasn't using the March on the mid lane to defend because he wanted to save his mana for this.
Hybrid is a bit late here. They had the right idea. They wanted to smoke and come in, play some wards, look for the Tinker.
Yep. Charging bottom. Instead, they're going to find the Nature's Prophet. Fearless in trouble. The Fissure's there to stop the Clinks, but it's the 2-man ganking duo of Spirit Breaker and Earth Spirit finding another kill now. Looking for the Shaker. He's already TPing out, and without a stun to throw at him, they will not be able to stop this. While that's going on, Puck at mid is continuing to chip away at this tower. Hasn't brought it down just yet, and there is the Tinker Boots of Travel. So that is back in mid, defending now. Will be more active on the map with this Boots of Travel. We'll still want to farm that Soul Ring, though, I imagine.
Yeah, you definitely want to play with Soul Ring. There's no way that you play Tinker without Soul Ring.
Husker also has his armlet now, Winter.
Yeah, they have already reached their first timing of the game right now for Neolution. They are really strong with the armlet plus Boots of Travel, and Prophet has the drums, right? Yeah, he almost has his drums. So the 3 cores have their first small item. So it's really, really good for them to maybe take some towers right now with this timing.
We'll see where they go to start making that happen.
They even have like level 7 on the Oracle, which is pretty high right now for support.
He's higher level than like Nature's Prophet. He got that double kill, which is where he got all that experience.
I guess so. He got the solo XP, but they're going to defend bot with the Tinker.
Wow. Yeah, bringing in the Tinker here as well as Friends. The scan goes out, so they do know that there are people down there. They may think it's just the Tinker, but Tinker's got Friends. The wards do reveal the Shaker. They're trying to go on him. They get the call to start things off, followed up by a Silence and a Bolus Smash. Shaker is down. Yep. But, whoa, Klinks, you have dived way too deep, my friend. He goes down in return. So, Neolution Esports bringing in numbers to defend this one, and that is good news for them. They keep the tower alive, the TP out from the Earth Spirit as he rolls away.
I mean, that's the thing with Neolution's lineup when they have the Tinker and the Prophet. They have 2 heroes that can be anywhere on the map at all times because of the global presence. So if you take this kind of fights, you're going to lose a lot of like map control. They're going to even take, that's like 2 tier 1s being taken by Fearless on the Prophet there. Very well done by him. That's going to help them start a lead. Right now, even though they're behind in kills, they are 1k net worth ahead of the enemy just because of the towers.
They're the team that feels a lot stronger right now because, yeah, they've got the towers, but they've also hit their item timings, whereas you look at Hybrid, who have the kills, but they don't have the farm. Klinks, Weaver, underfarmed, haven't hit any of their item timings yet. Puck's Blink Dagger is the big one for this Dire side, and that has now been delivered.
I'm actually not sure about the Blink now. I'm not sure if they have enough damage right now, but still, he has to like make moves to kill the Tinker if he can, Tinker or Prophet. So they're gonna find the Huskar here. Silence.
That would be a big kill. That's a good debut for the Blink Dagger. Meanwhile, top lane, Klinks is hunting Mikasa. That's where in mid, Tinker could be in some trouble here. Roll in. They're going to go on the Oracle first with the Silence. He cannot use any of his spells, but it ends. Gets off the ultimate. The False Promise going to keep him alive for a bit longer. The Sun Silence coming out from Earth Spirit, keeping the Earthshaker back, and they will get the Oracle. Thought the heals might be enough, but it was not the case.
Yeah, this Hybrid team is like playing somewhat like Immortals MVP style. They just keep running at you. They are going for the kills, you know. Not so much of the objectives, but they are always running at heroes.
They've got a support duo that does just that, runs at you. Earth Spirit, Spirit Breaker, even their cores, these very mobile, kill-heavy cores. Klinks, Weaver, heroes that want to just go in, die for kills, have good escapes. Even Puck, same thing. So they will be constantly looking to fight. Anytime Neolution Esports, I feel like, go for a push, you can expect to see Hybrid there trying to take those fights.
Yeah, they pretty much in every fight when you want to pretty much have the puck go on the Earth Spirit silence the Oracle, kill him first, and then you start to kill the Huskar after that.
The nice thing with the Klinks is they're able to scout him out too. Klinks was just tracking him in the back lines.
They need like to bring like sentries for sure. Every time they try to, because the thing is like they are gonna have to play more grouped up together because you don't want to get picked off by the Klinks or the puck. Weaver, Spirit Breaker charge. If you're Neolution, you're more likely to stick together as a team right now. You want to play near each other and maybe just let the Prophet take the dangerous lane or the Tinker. Once Tinker has his dagger, it's fine for him to take the dangerous lane. But I think for now, Prophet is going to be mostly pushing out the dangerous lane.
Oh, top lane,
Coil.
He's okay, Coil, he gets stopped at bottom lane. They're going to go on him. Meanwhile, top, this is the kill that Neolution were looking for, but without Prophet's TP in and with the elusiveness of Weaver, Weaver could even find this Courier if he's clued in. He's going to fly overhead. Oh, gets the one hit, but did not have the Gemini proc.
Not sure if he can kill it though, it would have been close, even with 2 clicks.
It got down to half HP from the one click. It was at 76. Maybe it was like 75 before the regen, I don't know. It would have been very, very, very close.
Math, you know.
Has got the Blightstone too, you know.
Mr. Parker is not good with math.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So they place like 3 deep wards around for Dire, like around the Radiant jungle. So they're going to be able to scout the Tinker here farming.
Yep. That's the hero they want to be hunting.
They need one more hero to get in here.
Charge coming in. He's
there.
close to his blink, but it's too late for him.
Good wards. There by Hybrid here, scouting the Tinker. Yeah. He was so close to his dagger. It was like, what, 1.8k?
Yes. And the rough thing is, like, you don't even know where the wards are or if it's a ward, because someone like Klinks' Invis can easily scout you out.
You probably feel like it might have just been the Klinks there, no wards. But like I said, they have to bring sentries with their supports all the time. They don't have detection now, man. So, okay, not sure if they can kill this.
Oh, Echo Slam trying to stop the combo from BDZ. BDZ going to go down before he can get off his ultimate. Moru shows up on the Huskar looking to jam as he takes down the Earth Spirit.
Yep, so...
A kill.
All tier 1 towers down right now for the Dire side, so maybe Neolution is going to be looking to get the Roshan next. They do have a Huskar lineup, so Huskar lineups generally function a lot well if you can get a early Rosh, early Aegis.
They want early Aegis and then just start snowballing pushing towers, but Hybrid is saying, no, we're not going to let that happen. We're going to keep finding these pickups.
That's what's going to happen when you show yourself in the lane. Because there's Earth Spirit, Spirit Breaker, Klinks, heroes that can pick you off easily. And on top of that, they have a puck with a Dagon right now, which is going to allow him to kill...
Oh, he's got a Dagon already? That is a lot of farm.
Yeah, because he skipped the Veil.
Yep. You liking this build?
Yeah, he needs to, like I said, he needs to be able to do damage. I still think the Veil will be fine because they have the Earth Spirit on the team. But overall, it's okay because the other 3 cores is all physical. The other two cores is physical. Klinks and the Weaver.
He's Invis. He may just pop this smoke. Sentry ward, they're waiting on the high ground. He's going to run into the sentry. Oh no. Wait, they've walked away. They see him now. Shaker gets the fissure to start things off and they're going to... Oh, okay. They didn't get the chain stun. The fissure made it hard, but they still get the kill. Puck could not blink out after the phase shift.
Okay, but that was not... I mean, I guess it's okay because Puck is high net worth, but they're not going to be able to get anything from his smoke. No objectives, no Rosh.
Yeah. Oh, bottom lane, meanwhile, Klinks going down as well.
Okay, maybe the Rosh now. 2 heroes, 2 cores down.
That's a nice little kill there.
Yeah, they should be able to get the Rosh now if they want to.
Klinks having no way out of the Sprout means Tinker TPing in can quite easily get that kill.
Yeah, he needs like the pike this game to get a pike. Hurricane pike for the Klinks at some point. Weaver is getting a Lincoln's, but it seems like Neolution is not going to go for Rosh. I definitely think they could have just easily gotten Rosh there. They have the heroes for it. But opportunity going to pass by them right now. They're just going to push their lanes and maybe wait for a next pickoff. But I'm not so sure though. They have to play near each other because of the Spirit Breaker, the Weaver and such. They pretty much maybe wait for the dagger, which is still quite far away from the Shaker.
Yeah, that is, for now, a bit of a pipe dream for the Shaker.
If they do this, they're going to give away, they're going to bleed kills because they're going to try and farm the dagger in some way where somebody is going to die, you know. So SB Charge and Earth Spirit and Power, somebody's going to die if you try to farm your lanes. So I don't think it's too wise for them right now to split up. Maybe they're going to try to smoke up and set up for the Rosh soon.
Got to get that passive gold. sit back and wait. Is that's the strat maybe?
Yeah, that's your strat, man. Get a Midas. You get Midas every game.
Yeah, and you sit back in your fountain, you get your passive
and look
gold,
at
use your
Hybrid.
Midas.
They're not going to be content with the passive game. They're going to catch the Tinker.
Oh, he charged the wrong target. Oh no.
Kick.
Okay, they find a Shaker, but that is not what they wanted. Now the turnaround coming. The Marksman Machine's doing a lot of damage. Sprout onto Ronin. He's got to charge in a couple of seconds. Won't get out of there, though. Oh,
I think
dear.
I don't think he saw the Tinker,
No,
to be honest.
he charged someone else. He must have had vision around mid lane instead. BDZ has a roll. Laser. He's not found it. He goes for the rearm instead. He was trying to blink after him, but Mora is there to help the cleanup.
Oh, two support kills. No calls going down there. I guess it's quite fortunate for Hybrid not to lose any important hero.
Yep.
I thought they would have actually lost more than 2 heroes there.
Oh, Prophet almost having an Orchid. This could punish the fact the Puck did not go for a Yule Scepter this game, or may force him into it.
He probably should go for it, I think, now.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to finish the... Oh.
Yeah, they're like, well, what Orchid? We're going to gank you before you can finish that.
Yeah,
that's
why I say they can't really split up and farm. They have to play together. If they're not going together, they're just going to bleed kills all the time.
7 deaths on Prophet.
That's just how it's going to work, you know, if they're not together as a team and you're up against Spirit Breaker or Spirit Clings. People are just going to die. So Roche right now, they're finally going to do the Roche, but it's going to already be quite late for them. Still, let's see if they can actually use this to maybe get more towers. Huskar has his halberd up, so he's extremely strong right now.
Yeah, definitely feels like they're stronger in the team fight. With an Aegis now more so than ever.
Yeah.
Oh, Park in trouble, has a phase shift, no blink for a couple of seconds though. Can he get away here? One more right click will finish him off, and now Ronin's in trouble. Spirit Breaker does not have an escape for this one. He's going to get chased down 2 more seconds. He will not get the charge out as a double kill. Oracle cleaning up again, killing spree. He's 5-1.
Oh, here comes the backup.
Yeah, what can they do here? Echo Slam onto the Weaver. They're trying to chain him down. Does have the time left. Will he get chain slam? Looks like he's going to get his way out of there. Tinker coming back in. They've taken out Shaker here with the Clinks rotating in. Tinker just hiding in the trees, throwing spells here. Doesn't feel like he's in a safe spot, so he's going to blink away, leave his team be, as he can't really do all too much. That last Boulder Smash will miss him.
Huskar's late to the party though. That's why Hybrid has been able to take the fight. If Huskar was there, they definitely would have lost that fight. He was like pushing out the mid lane. They need to play together with the Huskar, with the Aegis right now. Huskar is extremely strong right now.
And that's where Hybrid excel, is when it's not a full 5v5. They want to take the smaller skirmishes and utilize
maybe
their
even get
mobility.
Get the bots early on. The Puck would be a good option here. They need to split up the map, try to catch the Tinker whenever they can.
It's going to queue up the Yules now after thinking about it.
I mean, the use is still definitely going to be good, but
they may kill Huskar twice here. They've got 4 heroes. Stun number 1 into number 2.
Oh, there's no Oracle.
There is no backup for him. They scan behind to make sure they know that there isn't anyone coming. And yeah, Moru is in a 1 versus 4 situation. Gets some backup with the Prophet teeping in, but Fearless, you've got to just leave him. He's a dead man. Don't come into this one. You're going to die as well, my friend. And Fearless has thrown away his life, it looks like.
Well, too fearless for his own good right there. You know?
Yeah, he was true to his name. Absolutely fearless. Meanwhile, Yaha in a bit of trouble here. Indeed. Tinker trying to blink after him, but breaks the coil and stuns himself up, so...
they wasted their timing again with the Aegis on Huskar. So right now, momentum will be definitely be on Hybrid's side after getting that Aegis out and the kill on the Huskar. They're even going to claim a tower here.
Yeah, going for all the kills has paid off. Now they're going to dive in for more. They know Huskar's not back for 10 seconds, and Neolution have made a big mistake. You should not have been defending this tower without the Huskar. You mentioned they need to play as 5, Winter. They're not doing that.
They didn't even have Echo there. I thought the Earthshaker had Echo here. He was like trying to run in. But Neolution definitely not playing as a team. Very split up. Too split up for their own good against a Spirit Breaker, Kling's pick-off lineup. And Hybrid fully capitalizing on the mistakes. All the kills being bled here by the opponents. So Park's gonna have his boost of travel next, so he's not gonna upgrade his Dagon like I suspected. They need to play around more with the lanes right now. They need to shuffle the lanes because the Tinker and Prophet is constantly pushing out the lanes, and if you look at their heroes, Park is gonna be the main hero pushing out the lanes.
Fearless, you may have TP'd into a bad spot here.
I don't think he cares, Parker, you know.
He may start to. He's about to hit double digits on his number of deaths.
Too fearless for his own good right now.
It's one of those things where, like, individually, it's not like bad individual play this game, it's the team decision to split up, which has really cost them. It's been the Husker at sometimes, it's been Nature's Prophet. Everyone has been guilty of splitting up from their team.
Their lineup is okay with splitting because of the Prophet and Tinker, but they need to first use their strong timings, you know. When Husker is strong, because Husker is a hero where he generally falls off as the game progresses, so you don't want to waste the point of time in the game where he's extremely strong. So right now he's, I think, probably past his strong timing. He's still quite strong if they group up and play around him with the Husker. I mean, with the Oracle, Husker-Oracle duo, but definitely past his strongest timing.
They have got a blink on Shaker now. That could shake things up in this upcoming team fight.
They definitely still have to play together. They don't want to be splitting up too much.
Yep.
Tinker should only be the ones, I think. Even if Prophet pushes out of the lanes, he shouldn't be showing his face in the lane. He should just be pushing out with his summons, not his hero. Otherwise, one charge and he's goodbye, dead the game. And that would be his 10th death if he gets caught out again.
Yep. Well, number 10's coming, Winter. Just you wait for it.
Yeah, I'm actually, I'm buying it, by the way he's playing.
Yeah, exactly. He's put a lot of pressure on the map and helped get all these early towers, but they haven't been able to transition from getting those tier 1s into tier 2s.
Yeah, it's more like you get the advantage, then you want to keep the advantage and give it away.
And to keep it, he needed to play more, well, the whole team needed to play more together.
Yeah,
so.
more together. Even, at some point, I would say even if they're strong enough, Prophet, maybe you get a mag and you stick with the Husker. It's still fairly strong. Husker goes in here, gonna get a pick off.
No counterplay available. Weaver trying to go on the Oracle here. Meanwhile, it's Fearless again, keeping in deep, somewhat alone here. The Tinker's in the trees though, and this is a very tough spot to deal with him.
Park has no TP. He's waiting for his boost of cover.
He's going to split push it then. He's going to try and force him back. TP's back coming in as Hybrid trying to punish in the mid lane, knowing that heroes have TP'd out. They are playing around the Sentry Wall, but there it's two Invis heroes coming in. Blink, oh, he misses the Echo. He gets the BKB off first. Moru's now just trying to fight his way through with the False Promise on 1 health. He is still alive for the time being, about to be healed up, I believe, as well. Moru is cleaning house here, gets himself a couple of kills, looking for a couple more. He's losing teammates, but he does not seem to care. Problem is now catching these elusive heroes. BDZ gonna throw a Yules now, needs to get the hell away. He has a roll. Tinker's looking for him though. Can he find him? Looking for the TP out. And will
should be fine.
Get himself back home. His TP being taken from his bag.
At the end of the day, still, it was a 2 for 3 kills, but they lost both their 1 and 2 position heroes, the Klings and the Weaver. I guess the Weaver's position 3, but still losing 2 cores.
I mean, looking at the gold, it's definitely a win for the Radiant Neolution side. They come out slightly on top in terms of cash.
Tinker is going to be hitting his pick as well. He's going to have his Aghanims. The Aghanims will be very, very good. The blind.
That was some fast reactions from Klings. BK being before the Blink Echo.
Yeah. Oh, Spirit Breaker here. It's going to be silenced up by Prophet. It's going to go down.
Look for the charge, but was not able to get it. The return play from BDZ with a Yules into Boulder Smash. Tinker doesn't have mana here. This is problematic for him. The roll-in comes and Tinker is done for.
Not a good trade there for them, for sure.
No, but could they look for more here? Looks like Neolution say, no, we can't. We've got to get the hell out of here. They have the numbers, and Moru is completely alone.
Raid boss.
They know there's a false promise, though. A raid boss, Husker, is being ignored. They're trying to go on the Oracle. The silence is there. They're going to bring him down first, and now, with Oracle dead, the raid boss is something not quite as scary. Husker is left without his support here. Who can he bring down with him? Doesn't look like all too much here. He's still trying to fight his way through this one. Moru goes down without the false promise. He's just not quite as scary. And there we go. Fearless down again. Team wipe for Hybrid.
Not together once again. They were like, what, 1 man down. Tinker was dead. They took the fight. And on top of that, they did not have Echo on Earthshaker as well. So not a good time. Not wise for them to fight there. Next Roshan going to be up soon. So I think if they don't get it on the Husker will have a lot of problems. I mean, he's already having a lot of problems right now.
Yeah, the mobility of these Dire heroes means they can just ignore the Husker, go for the Oracle, and then deal with the Husker afterwards. And Husker,
they have to be playing together more. That's just, I mean, I sound like a broken record, but that's just how they should be playing with their heroes.
Yep.
If they're not playing together, just people are just going to die. It's pretty straightforward. It's been happening for the, past 10 minutes, I would say. People have been getting picked off by the Spirit Breaker. It's either the Spirit Breaker charge or Klinks is looking for someone.
Oh, they see Oracle with this ward. Mikasa is a freebie. They're at over a kill a minute. That is a very fast tempo and a lot of kills.
This Shaker has not been holding any sentries and thus the whole game, you know, and the Oracle has been the only one trying to buy sentries, and it's definitely not enough. They are up against double in this.
Husker, your Oracle's dead. You can't be this far out. The Coil goes on to Fearless, but they've got the charge on a Husker. The Blink, Echo catches two. Nicely done from Lionex, but the time left is there in time. Weaver's out of there, and it looks like this is all over for Neolution for this team fight. They've lost 4, make it 5. Triple kill for Klinks. Hybrid clean up.
That's probably Rex though, I think. 50 seconds on Tinker, and they have a double damage on Klinks with a Dessel.
That was a perfect team fight.
Could actually be even 2 lanes of Rex here.
But they used the vision so well. They have this one ward which gets them the Oracle kill. Once Oracle's dead, they're not afraid to go on Husker. The scary thing with Husker is if you go on him, and then you get saved by False Promise and you wasted all your spells and he kills you. But with Oracle dead, they know that's not going to happen, and it was a bit too straightforward for Hybrid just because of the nature of having that one ward.
Yep, Vision wins games, you know. We get this time and time again.
It was a good Echo, but there wasn't enough follow-up.
Yeah, they were not together again. They got jumped on. I mean, this time was because of the initiation by the enemy. They got surprised. Yep. They got initiated. They weren't ready, but 2 set of Rex is going to go down. Charge going to go in.
Nothing to see through the Glimmer Cape here, and they don't really care either. They just want to make sure they get the lanes of Rax.
Yeah.
And 4 racks at 30 minutes with a 20k gold lead, you're feeling pretty safe and secure.
Yeah.
That's where you say, let's...
If you get the Roche, I think the game is pretty much in the bag for you.
And that's what they're going to be saying, like, all right, guys, we're way ahead. Let's secure Roche. Let's get Vision.
And for Neolution, they're going to be like, we have to fight at Roche. If we give away Roche, the game is pretty much out of hand right now. So probably the last fight of the game will happen at Roche. Husker is going to lead his team, hopefully together as 5 heroes.
And suddenly everyone's just rich too because of the racks. So we see Dagon 5 for Puck. He just got 4 levels of Dagon in his stash. Earth Spirit had 4k gold. He just buys a Blink.
Why not, bro?
Yeah, everyone's rich. Very, very easy decision when you can just bust out Dagon 5.
Rich without a mind. That's not like you. They get kills, you know.
Rich without his 420 GPM talent as well.
Things are definitely looking really, really grim right now for Neolution.
And this ward is still here, scouting everything.
Yep, not dewarding. That's.
Where are the sentries? You mentioned it. Lionex, the
they
Shaker.
Have 1. They placed 1, but not. Okay, they don't have a sentry here.
Meanwhile, coming from behind is the Klinks. Roll in. Silence is there. They've got the Oracle. The detection, not quite enough to bring him down initially. Now he will get the ultimate off. It's just on himself. He is trying to heal himself up using the Shrine. The quest to kill the Oracle is going to be unsuccessful, I believe. He's going to stay alive for the time being. In the backlines, it was a Nature's Prophet kill. Husker gets caught out by the Nether Strike. The Blink, Echo Slam. They want the Weaver. They will get him. 1 kill for Neolution is perhaps not worth all the ultimates they're throwing out right now. It's something that...
I guess it's Roche for them right now with Weaver down. Can they get the Roche?
I'm not so sure about that. They used Echo Slam, but...
Tinker can defend the lanes. Prophet is up. I mean, they have to try something, you know.
It's very difficult.
If they're not doing anything, eventually they're just going to, you know, lose as well.
Yep. They need to get a gem, really, more than anything. When you're down this far much.
No, you're like pinging on this support right here, Mikasa. Buy sentries. He has 500 gold and he's not buying sentries. No gem in his quick buy.
Yeah, you should have like, what, 3, 4, 5 sentries?
All the time. They're playing against double in this. Actually, they should have just gotten a gem, to be frank.
I mean, they don't have the best gem carrier on their team, but
I mean,
just go with the Husker or something.
You still need to have a gem. Like maybe the Shaker should have it.
Well, nothing to be gained from that kill. As
team game, you know, Parker. Buy the gem next time. Buy the gem, Parker.
I'll say all the money
you have a
Midas, sentries.
Midas at 10 minutes. Please buy me the gem the next time.
Okay. Smoke up. They smoked under or very close to Dire Vision, though, in the mid lane. And there we go. The Dire Scan sees them go exactly towards Roshan. They should know this. They're going to likely set up to contest. The Beetles can be used to scout this one out. The Radiant Ward does get dropped here. Are they going to scout Roche? They saw them with the scan here. Surprised they're not going in.
Okay.
Radiant scan as well. Wow, they actually got Roche. I am
here comes the Weaver
by that.
Can they actually kill them? They're going to find them.
Yeah, they may actually fight it into the Aegis, but no, it doesn't look like it. Puck TPing in a bit too late. They see the Husker, but they need to get the Oracle. The Beetles are there, but now Husker's alone. He's been ditched. Has a 4-staff away, has the cheese as well in his backpack, needs to swap it in and swap it in fast. Doesn't look like he's going to get a chance to do so. Okay, has a few more seconds before it's available. Comes out with a disarm. Cheese is available. Moru may just have to chow down as he does do so. Gets false promised here as well. Can he be kept alive? There should be enough to heal himself through it. Now the Echo Slam comes out. Moru's still alive. They killed 3 heroes and all of a sudden Neolution out of nowhere. With Cheese and Aegis in hand, Husker has won them a team fight.
Yep, finally. With the Husker, they win the fight, and that was a buyback on Puck, so that was definitely a huge disaster for Hybrid to actually chase.
It looked like they knew they were in Roche, I thought.
Yeah, there was actually no reason for them to chase after the Roche went down. They definitely should have just backed off. Maybe even after the Aegis, they could have just backed off. I'm not sure. Maybe someone made a huge error there because I wasn't looking.
I think they probably made a call like, oh, this Oracle's like the Oracle TP'd out, but by the time that he
had
back,
a cheese though. Still, like you, I think even if the Oracle was like late for another 2 seconds, he would have still used the cheese and got false promise after that. And healed up as well. So
instead, he got the false promise. Then he had the cheese during the false promise, so he got healed.
And they were focused. Yeah, they were focusing him during the false promise with the cheese. So pretty much that's going to be a disaster for you, you know. Either way, I mean, Neolution sprung back to life right now. No thanks to the mistakes here made by Hybrid.
Forward. Only a 10k gold deficit all of a sudden.
Yep, the Husker is definitely feeling more like a possible boss right now. They're going to charge in.
Oh, they are going in on Fearless. They are not afraid of the Nature's Prophet. The puck goes in, gets the Dream Call and the sounds on the Oracle, but pays for with his life. Shaker says, hello, what's up? And they got 2 kills. They may push forward. They could go for the high ground here. Clinks is saying, no, 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 I'm going for the backdoor play. Someone has to come back and defend soon. Glyph is available. Clinks is getting the racks. Where are your TPs? TP on the Husker, Oracle, and Nature's Prophet. They need to use them. This Clinks has forced out the Glyph.
He's just going to get the Rex. I mean, he's just going to suicide for the Rex at this point.
At this point, Mega Creeps could be worth it. He's going to go for the BKB. Doesn't go for the range racks initially. Gets silenced up now. Could pay for this with his life, but that's totally worth it. Even with just the melee racks. Perhaps should have just gone for the range as well.
I thought he was going to actually YOLO because he was going to...
BKB.
He was going to die anyway.
He could have just BKB'd and gone for it, but maybe lost vision or something. Not sure.
Yeah, I think he lost vision when he got sprouted.
Yeah, it looked like when he got sprouted, he just stood there, BKB'd and did nothing. So it must have just lost the vision because of the trees. It's still okay. He gets a melee racks, he gets the tier 3, and the Glyph is down. Wait. Next time he goes for this, range racks
on top of that, there was a dieback on Puck, so he actually bought enough time for Puck to respawn before they actually siege the high ground.
They were in a precarious position until that bold play from the Clinks. We'll see what comes next. It's so hard for Neolution to push out because there is that threat of a backdoor, and Mega Creeps feels very likely to happen. Weaver, going in as found the Nature's Prophet. The Beatles will give vision. Oh, he's going for the Curry instead. Was that
the play?
No, play?
That was not.
That was not the play, but now okay, well, maybe this is the play. Husker now left alone, has got a 4-staff, gonna have to use it.
He's not dying.
Yeah, he's not dying. They've got Diffusal, but yeah, they decide that's not going to end well. They don't know where Oracle is. He's nowhere to be seen, but...
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Hybrid only has 2 heroes, so yeah. Still okay for Neolution to back off right now. And what is Husker going for next? I guess you want to get an AC, more armor.
Sounds sensible to me against all the physical damage. Tinker's got a Hex just about, so that could be a bit of a game changer as well.
Yeah, that's definitely a big game changer. He's going to be able to, disable. I think the Clinks is like a big problem right now.
Yep.
Puck has sort of fallen off a bit after the dieback. Items not coming in for Puck, but Clinks is like doing all the damage right now. So if he could hex the Clinks before he pops BKB, focus him with Husker, kill him.
They're charging forward, looking for an initiation here in the mid lane. Oracle would be a great target to find, making that Husker a lot more vulnerable.
They're not 5 here though. Okay.
Seen this one before, Winter.
I've seen this one 15 times in the game, Parker. 6-15.
Yep.
This Prophet here having a very rough game.
It has been tough for the Nature's Prophet as they are inside the enemy base, deep with wards. Neolution Esports know a sentry could prevent some backdoor here. Clinks wants to go for it, but does get scattered by this. Gonna BKB, force up himself, and he's just gonna go for the racks. He wants the Mega creeps. He knows this is probably game over with the Megas. Meanwhile, his team creating some space, looking for the kills in the back lines. Shaker's been gotten by the BKB Weaver, and Shaker cannot get off the Echo Slam because of this. The False Promise comes out, keeps them alive a bit longer here.
The Shrine, they're not using the Shrine.
A blink, Echo Slam, they go in, they're looking for one. Can they bring him down? The puck barely survives, and the puck is going to be kept living for the time being. Weaver's looking for an escape here. The Tinker Laser bouncing around. They are chasing after, looking for more. Thar knows they've got to get some kills here. Puck's died again, as is the Spirit Breaker. The buyback coming into play here. The Shaker trying to turn things around. 3-man Boulder Smash. BDZ with a sick play. Blinks himself out of there as well. Weaver's got 1 kill. Can he find any more? Looks like he may just have to scurry himself out of there. He's been dusted up. Fissure will secure the kill. Weaver does have a buyback here.
Oh, Klinks uses his buyback though.
Yeah, Klinks needs to be careful. If he dies here as well, that could be the end. BDZ with another multiple hero stun. He's going to do it, but then instantly run away. Klinks has been left kind of alone, trapped in a Sprout here. Could be in some trouble. In goes the Husker. He's got the ultimate onto him, and that's another dieback. What a disaster. Hybrid. They may have got Mega Creeps, but they are paying for this dearly. BDZ will barely survive, and oh man, what a mess, Winter.
That was probably unnecessary after getting the Megas, but still, they got Megas.
Can they push out? They really do not have the best heroes for pushing out lane.
They're going to need like, okay, Maelstrom.
Yeah.
They're going to need Maelstrom on Prophet.
Yeah, he's got a Hex queued up, but I don't feel like that's going to solve their problem right now.
Oh my god, look at this Husker. So he, from that fight, he got a full BKB and he almost has his Satanic completed.
That's not too shabby.
He's going to be actually a raid boss again, I'm sure, with the Satanic 1.5k to go.
Yep. Has that extra attack range now as well, so he feels like a proper ranged hero. Sitting on 640 range, you know, it's like Husker, you know, he's like a mid-range hero. No.
So what do you call Monkey King?
He's the same thing as Husker right now. This
is Monkey King
Husker has reached Monkey King status.
Monkey King is a proper melee hero.
Yeah.
So here comes the push. No, they know that things die back, so 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's only 30 seconds, and Tinker can defend the lanes and then TP in though, so still an okay position to try and take perhaps a lane of racks. The tough thing is you can just give up 1 lane here while you wait for Klinks. The problem is if anyone dies, they don't have buyback here, so Hybrid have to be very, very careful if they try and take a fight.
They need the puck to clear out the creeps though. He's actually not doing that. They need to kill the creeps.
Yep. Moro just going to ulti some creeps here, focus on the buildings here. They drop a sentry right under the tower, say, come and get us, guys. Charge goes in. They want to fight this one. They're trying to go onto Moro, but he has got the False Promise behind him if he needs it. He's just going to hold his ground, bring down the Spirit Breaker to start things off, and they haven't even had to use that False Promise. Tinker's back to base, healing up his mana, so a small moment of weakness from the Illusion without Tinker, but there's just nothing Hybrid can do. The Illusion down 20k gold. Suddenly, Winter, they are pushing racks. Here we go. Here goes that. Oh, what a Boulder Smash coming out. Klinks from the side with the BKB. Takes out the Oracle first. No more False Promise to worry about. Moro has to just fight his way through this one. Does not have the Satanic for any heals. He's lost all of his teammates. They go down. They drop like flies.
BDZ definitely the MVP in that fight there. What an initiation by the Earth Spirit. Stuns the backline, kills the Oracle before he can pop his ultimate. And the raid boss isn't that much of a raid boss, you know, if Oracle's down.
It was a good last. It felt like there was some hope for the Illusion. They took out the Spirit Breaker to start things off, had a 5v4 push going, but yeah, you mentioned it. BDZ on that Earth Spirit just kept hitting these multiple hero stuns, silence combos. He was always getting in on the back lines. Really exciting game. It felt like Hybrid were just going to walk away with it. They were just kind of playing better, finding too many pickoffs, but the Illusion, good fight at the end.
Yeah, I think the draft was like quite okay for them. Like both sides definitely have ways to win the game. It was more for Neo Illusion that they weren't really playing together. So, like someone getting picked off way too many times and resulting in the team unable to actually run down a lane and push with the Aegis, with the Husker. So I mean, maybe they can actually fix that for the next game if they have this kind of draft again.
Here we go, some of the highlights. The Tinker got bullied in this early game, got constantly ganked. You talk about BDZ and his plays in the late game, it was also the early game. He was in mid lane getting kills. Then he went bottom, found some more kills for his team, which is what we're going to see here. Fearless, ganked, time and time again. This Nature's Prophet was a huge liability for his team with how many times he was dying, getting picked off alone. It was just a really rough game to try and split push because of the Spirit Breaker, the Earth Spirit, the Klinks.
But then again, it was also because Earthshaker wasn't like protecting The Tinker. So Tinker dying is sort of quite hard for them to avoid if the supports are not helping him. But the Prophet dying is quite questionable when the Earthshaker is in his lane all the time, you know.
So you feel like the Shaker could have done more defensively?
I don't think he even should have helped the Prophet in the first place, though. Prophet is like you pick him safe lane because he's very good at surviving alone. You don't want to have to put any more resource to make sure that the Prophet gets farmed because he's a very strong laner. And he's not a traditional carry, you know. He's like something like a more of a, can be utility, can be anything the team needs him to. So if you actually put more resource into securing his farm, then resulting in the other lanes, like the Tinker's laning phase, which did not go so. But he still had a quite good time on his Boots of Travel, despite dying twice in early game.
And definitely what we saw is when Neolution were group playing as 5 as a team and position well, they were winning the team fights. If they had the Husker in the front, the Oracle sitting back, not getting scouted, getting his ultimate off, fights would go well. But we often just saw them 2 split up. Huskers in one lane, Nature's Prophet in another. They fight when, like, the fight down bottom, Husker wasn't there. He gets there too late. Other fights, the Nature's Prophet's being picked off alone. So
if you see all the like the highlights here, it's always the Earth Spirit or the Spirit Breaker being the initiators. Yes. They run in, they charge in. It's very rare to see like Neolution grouping up as 5, Husker in, like pretty much what they want to do is the Husker the front line. They push with the Treants and the Husker. They hit the towers. If the enemy comes in, the Earthshaker jumps in, and the Tinker just casts your spells, and they take the fight from there. Oracle gets the Force Promise on, you know, the Husker if possible.
Yep. There was like 1 or 2.
It didn't happen, you know.
Yeah, 1 or 2, maybe 2 clutch like false promises where it kept the Husker alive and he got a bunch of kills. But most of the time, almost always, Oracle was getting killed before he used the ultimate, or he got forced to ultimate himself.
Lack of sentries was because of resulted into that.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really see the Weaver or the Klings coming into the backline in a few occasions, and it gave away free initiation for the Earth Spirit or the Park Spirit Breaker to jump in and just set up a good fight for them, you know, set up their team for success when they see the supports early.
This was definitely one of the good moments for them where they somehow they snuck a Roshan when they were down 2 lanes of Rax, and then got an Aegis. Husker manages to stay alive. They think he's alone here and they can kill him. He's got the cheese. He's also got the Oracle showing up just in time for the ultimate. The false promise comes in, then he pops the cheese, and this was definitely a miscalculation.
Yeah,
Hybrid.
The start of like a mini comeback, you know.
Yep. Some good Echo Slam started coming into play as well.
Yeah, but then again, like the other thing to highlight is a game should have been much more easier for the Puck, though. The Puck made a few serious errors as well. After being given a good laning phase by the Earth Spirit, he sort of like fell off after, you know, the dieback there. Like I think he died back. He bought back like twice in the game, and he lost a lot of net worth. Allowed the Klings and the other heroes to actually overtake him when he was like, I think he was the one that had the best early game out of all the cores.
Yeah, the Klings and Weaver both were actually struggling a bit to get some farm in their lanes. So Puck, the onus was more on him to make some big plays. He did initially, but then definitely, like you say, he made some mistakes to go with it, which fed some comeback money.
Kept up in the game, you know. he was the one actually starting a lot of good fights, setting up, doing good damage with Magnetize, and the silence as well. He was like paying attention to making sure that he silences the Oracle all the time. If the Puck can't really reach the Oracle. Yeah,
he made some sick plays. It's one of those things where you talk about like a big play, like someone who had a big influence in the game. You're like, yeah, he made those 1 or 2 really sick plays, but it felt like there was like 5, 6, 7. The game went long.
It's Spirit, you know, like
every team fight he like made a good play and was not being done. If anything, it felt like he should have been more of the focus. Like Spirit Breaker would charge in and die. Like, but
draw
I guess
attention.
Yeah, he would draw attention, so Earth Spirit could do this. It was like this really nice Spirit Breaker runs in, draws the attention, and then Earth Spirit's like, okay, now I know where you are. My Spirit Breaker just scouted you out.
He's meant to die.
Yeah.
You know,
he did what Spirit Breaker does best: charge into 5 heroes and feed. And then you win the fight because
space created, not feed. You know.
No, exactly. So we'll see the end here. This is the final push, the last hurrah. It was Tinker having to go back to base and Klings coming in from the side with the BKB. But yeah, the big play was that Earth Spirit initiation. Time and time again, BDZ coming up big, getting his team off to a great start with his initiations. And that prompted the GG call, as that was game 1. Do you think from what you saw in game 1, I mean, obviously it's Dota, you know, it doesn't, these teams are very competitive, but do you think overall Hybrid looked like the better team or was that a draft thing? What do you make of that?
Disregarding the draft, I think drafts are pretty okay for both teams, and it's more of like the play. It's just they are the better team; they play better.
Okay. Yeah. Now we'll see if there's a change or shift from Neolution going into game number 2, which is going to be the big test for them. It is single elimination, so their tournament life is on the line here with the top 2 teams going to the major stage, the Galaxy Battles event. But we're going to go to a little break. We're going to come back as these 2 teams are going to continue to battle in this best of 3. I'm Godz, he's Winter. We'll be right back.
What I'm about to tell you is top secret.
We meant what we said about changing the world. A revolution needs a leader.
They're watching us right now. Keep it up.
What is that? It's Superhero Age 4.
So fantastic.